Hey guys, this is Texas Martial Arts. My name is Mr. Olson.
I'm Mr. Gonzalez.
And this is Kicking It On Vacation for week 8, because you're on vacation.
But you still need to train.
Now guys, what we're covering this week is some awesome drills that are gonna directly impact your ability to spar and also do self-defense. So it's a really important week to view. What we're specifically covering this week is gonna be drills that involve footwork that gets you at an angle. So the benefit of that is when the footwork takes you off at an angle, it allows you to deliver techniques when you're sparring without necessarily being in range to get hit back. So it's really, really important. And it's gonna be a lot of fun because these are dynamic drills that you guys probably haven't done before. So that's what we're covering this week. Let's get going right now. Okay guys, so for the warm up for this week, what we're gonna start off with is I'm gonna start you guys off with some basic footwork drills, and then we're gonna add in some hand techniques to it here in just a second. From there, we're gonna work into the lesson where we'll be going back and forth. And then as always, we're gonna move in and I'll show you guys an activity that you can use to really take these skills to the next level. So starting off, I want you guys to start off just in a neutral stance. So feet shoulder width apart, hands down by your side, all right? You're relaxed. We're not gonna use a lot of power on this because this is basically just getting your movement down to where you can flow back and forth with each other without being super rigid and really going slow. So from here, feet shoulder width apart, hands at your side. What you're gonna do is I want you to take a step out with your right foot, and I want you to just bring your hands straight up. So you should have your hands open on either side of your head, all right? And then go right back to a neutral stance. Step out to the left and up. Come back, step out to the right, up, and left, up. Right, good, left, right, left, and right, left. Now, the way you guys know if you're stepping out far enough is when you step out, you should be about 2 shoulder widths apart. And when you look down, if you can see your toes, it means you need to bend your knee more, right? Because you really need to get off the line for our drills later so that you don't get hit. So when I'm here, I need to make sure that when I look down, all I should see is my knee, not my toes. All right, so from here, we're gonna start adding in some footwork. So we're gonna start off, when I step out to the right, I'm gonna add a jab, which is gonna come from my right hand. It's always gonna be the hand that has the same foot in front. So jab is gonna be right, punch is gonna be left. Then right back, relax, step out to the left, hands come up, left, right, relax, hands up, right, left, relax, hands up, left, right, relax. We're gonna do that 4 times. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I know I said 4, but I can't count. Okay, guys, so what we're gonna be covering today is stepping off the line drills. Now, the reason why we would want to do that is if Tony is facing me and he throws a technique straight down the line. Okay, I can do anything, right? I could block it, I could do whatever. But as long as I stay directly in front of him, well, he can just keep throwing techniques directly to me, right? Back and forth, back and forth. So what I wanna do is I wanna step off the line. Now, ideally when I'm stepping off the line, I don't want to step towards his inside, all right? The reason being is if I step towards his inside, well, his power hand is sitting right there waiting for me, all right? So not to say that you'll never do it, but it's a pretty risky technique to step towards his open side. It's much safer to step towards his back where I'm more protected because he can't directly hit me from here, all right? Now he could spin, or spin, all right? He could spin, but if I'm prepared for that because I'm moving towards his back, then I know it's there and I can take precautions, right? But for the most part, if I'm standing in front of him, I'm in danger, and so I wanna move off to the side. So just like we were doing a second ago where we were adding in the blocks, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna step out here. Sorry. We didn't add the block, I forgot what we were doing. Okay, ready? 3, 2, oh, face the camera real quick. 3, 2. Okay, guys, now what we're gonna do is, I need to refilm the part because we were like way over here out of frame when we were doing the other thing. So I need to refilm the part where I was talking about the boxing. Okay, so ready? Hold on. 3, 2. Okay, guys, now for the lesson for today, you'll notice Tony and I both have on our boxing gloves. Now, if you guys don't have your boxing gloves, that's okay. We're wearing them because we're gonna make a little bit of contact on the techniques. But if you don't have yours, either A, you don't have to make contact, or B, if you do make contact, you can just go lighter, okay? So from here, what we're gonna do is go ahead and step back from me here real quick, Tony, so they can see our feet. Okay, perfect. So now, for the technique, the reason why we're gonna be working on stepping off the line is because if we're just sitting here and sparring, now all we do is stand right in front of each other. Well, there's a direct line between us. If Tony throws techniques, we're just going back and forth. We're both gonna get hit, right? It's not very defensive. So to be defensive, I wanna step off the line. Now, it's really important. When I step off the line, I'm almost always gonna step off the line towards his back. I wanna see his back because if I'm towards his back, then I'm relatively safe. If I step the other direction, so if this time he throws the jab and I step the other way, well, what I have to deal with is his hand here is his power hand, and it's got a direct line to me if I step towards his open side. So when we step out off the line, I wanna make sure I'm stepping towards his back. Now keep in mind, guys, it's not always gonna be a step with my right foot. It is this time because his right foot is in front, so I'm stepping with my right foot. But if his left foot's in front, well now, I wanna step off to the left because now his back is facing the left. All right, does that make sense? So you wanna step on the leg that he's got stepping out, all right? So now from here, what we're gonna do, he's gonna throw a right, I'm gonna step off the line and we're gonna do the drill that we were just doing in the air. So it's gonna be jab, punch, and then it's gonna be hook. So I'm gonna take my hand here, and I'm gonna hook him to the body right here. Boom. All right, so one more time. We're gonna step off the line. It's gonna be jab, punch, and hook. All right? You can do the same thing going to the left. Step off the line, jab, punch, and hook. All right? So we're gonna do that 4 times. You ready? Step off the line. 1, 2, 3. 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 Good. Now, you'll notice that when we reset, I try to reset to a neutral position. You wouldn't do that if you were point sparring with somebody, but if you are in a situation where it's a self-defense situation, you do want to practice going from being relaxed and not being in the fight to immediately responding when somebody throws an unexpected punch. So that's the idea here is immediately step off the line, 1, 2, and 3. All right, notice guys, even though I'm stepping off, when I do my hook, I'm still doing my pivot to get power on that hook. So that's a really important point on the hook. Otherwise, my hook is just gonna have a lot less power. All right, so that's gonna be the lesson for this week, but we're gonna add one more technique to it to make it a little bit more powerful. Okay guys, what we're gonna be doing now is we're gonna add a round kick to the technique. The reason why we're doing that is obviously if we're doing the hand techniques, that's really good, but we wanna be really decisive with the final technique of our combination. So we're gonna add in the round kick as a power strike. All right, so from here, Tony's gonna throw the jab, I step off the line, my hands come up, I do my jab punch, I'm gonna throw a hook to his body here, and then because I pivoted my body and my body is now facing sideways, well, I can take my front leg, my left leg, and I can do a round kick right here to his body. So when I come around, I do my round kick and hit. Okay, so if we're doing it to the right here, we'll do the entire combination. So we step off here, jab, punch, hook, and round kick. All right, do it to the left, step off the line here, jab, punch, hook, and round kick. All right, so that's the main combination. We're gonna do it 4 times. So ready? Step off the line. All right, so that's the main lesson for this week. Okay guys, so that's the entire combination we want you guys to do. Remember, you can either film that going to the air or going with a partner. Doesn't make a difference either way, but I do want to see 10 times. That'll be everything, and we'll see you guys over in the activity. Okay, guys, for the activity for this week, what we're gonna be doing is we're actually gonna be doing a targeting drill. This is a lot of fun. Now, obviously I have boxing gloves on, but you can do this without gloves on completely. Also, Tony's gonna be using some bean bags, but you could also use either tennis balls if you have those, or if you don't have anything like that, you can get some paper, crumple it up, and just use a crumpled up piece of paper and throw that. Now, what we're gonna be working on is we're gonna be doing, we're gonna have the person stand about 10 feet away from you. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna work on our timing for our hook. So he's gonna throw this here in a second, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and do a front hand hook or a backhand hook and try and hit the beanbag. So when we're here, ready? And boom. Good. Now, as you guys saw, when I'm doing these hooks, I'm not just standing straight ahead and moving my arms, right? I'm turning my entire body, because that's what's getting you power on the technique. If you don't turn, you can still hit the technique and you may even be able to knock the beanbag out of the way. So let's see if I can do it without moving my body. Well, my aim is off without it, but I can do it, but you can see there's very little power behind it. So it's really important when you guys do that you do add in the pivot so that you guys can get some power behind it, all right? Okay, guys, so now that is the basic version of the activity for this week. But what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna give you a more advanced version now. So here's how this is gonna work. This time we're gonna get back to our distances. Tony still has his beanbags, but this time, instead of just doing one, he's gonna do two, and it's gonna be, so hold on, go ahead and put those down. There you go. He's gonna hold one in each hand, and what he's gonna do is he's gonna throw the first one, and then a second later, he's gonna throw the second one. So that's gonna mean that I have to do a hook with my front hand and then immediately follow it up with a hook with my back hand. So that's gonna make it a much more dynamic drill and a lot harder. You try and hit both. So ready? And 1, 2. All right, guys, so there's an example for you. Okay, guys, now that is everything for week 8. Now, as you guys are going through and filming these, make sure that, again, you're filming your lesson, and if you want to film the activity, you can, and then you can send that to us either directly, which is what most of you guys are doing, or I think maybe 1 or 2 people are also sending them to the Facebook group. Either way is fine. Also make sure that you guys are keeping up with the activity sheets and the coloring sheets so that when you do come back from your summer break, you can get in on that big raffle that we've got going on. There's a ton of really awesome submissions, so just keep them coming, and we will see you guys soon.